It's a hell of a game, man. Everybody got their money's worth today. As far as our team is concerned, Adrian Martinez was a problem today on third down and with his legs. Trust me, we game planned and schemed, and we put ourselves in a position where we felt like we had a good plan together. But again, the kid's good. He really is. The legs are a difference maker, and it's been evident every week. We didn't play our best game, and I'll tell you now, I don't know how many teams I've seen in professional sports. The punt team blocks a freaking punt when we need it to happen. Kyle Caskey, our special teams coach, does a hell of a job. Chris Garrett gets the block, and we get a chance. And that's all we wanted. So we had a chance to go down and score to win the game with 40-plus seconds, okay, after we probably didn't play our best game. But I give him a lot of credit. And me and Skip talked about it before the game. We expected to have a good game today, and it was. I wish we could have made a few more plays early on in the football game. Our first half wasn't clean, but we fought and we kept it close. It was a 3-point game when we headed into halftime. Again, I felt like we had a chance at that point. And, listen, we had the lead going into the fourth quarter, and we just ran out of time. Give them credit on defense for stopping us on 4 plays. We got a lot of weapons, and, they got to stop us too, and they did. So we'll see them again down the road. I'm excited about that, but we got to correct our mistakes in this football game. We got to get better from it. And again, we didn't sign up for 7-8 win season. We signed up to get to the playoffs and do something. So we got to continue to push and grind and be excited about the total picture. But clearly, this is a game we wish we played better. But we came on the short end of the stick.
Hey, CBS affiliate here,
Yeah.
Senator Griffin here in Birmingham. Was it kind of a gauge game for you? See where you are against probably the 2 best teams a little bit, or not really? You kind of knew that on video.
I think everybody felt like there's a reason why they're 6-0 and we're 5-1. We had won 5 in a row, and this team has not been beaten. And I'll tell you, one thing that Birmingham hadn't had in a lot of their games is adversity. And I'll tell you, they fought through, man, and that's good. That's what good teams do. And we came back, they came back, we came back, and again, didn't play our cleanest game, but we got to make stops. Third down crushed us today. An Italian word, agita in my chest. It just hurts when the quarterback gets out of the pocket. And a couple times we're in the spot, and he just and he gears around and just does this crazy move. And, it sucks the wind out of you. But guys kept fighting, and it's difficult. And we got to find a way to, stop slant routes. I mean, it's like 1,000 knife cuts, going through that game, watching that. But, Donnie's done a hell of a job. We had answers. We called the right defense. We got to make plays. But, I think in general, these are the 2 best teams this week. And we'll see what it looks like moving forward. We got a big game against D.C. In our division and at home. So we got to be ready to go for that on an 8-day schedule here heading into St. Louis.
Hey, Coach. Graham Bolton, UFO update. There were obviously a ton of St. Louis fans here, a ton of fans in general. What do you have to say to those fans who might have traveled or who showed up?
Yeah, it's great. I wish there was, the whole thing was full here. I mean, this is a good team. It's a great city. There were a lot of blue in the stands today. I love to see that. I mean, obviously, AJ coming back. There's a lot of fanfare there. And I know he wanted to deliver today, and we just came up short. But, man, yeah, fans travel to every game, and it's just great to see. I would ask our fan base when we come home, man, let's step it up a notch and let's go. This is our run. This is where we got to, stick our noses down and grind. And we're going to do that. I promise this team's going to look like the team we've been, including how we played in this game. Is the ups and downs that they were, we fought through it. And that's what I like about this football team. And I promise you they'll be ready to go next week.
Coach, I'm Ben Smith, CBS affiliate up in Huntsville. What did you tell your team in the locker room? Say, hey, you know what, you guys are still basically first place in your division, and you may be seeing this team again perhaps down the road in the playoffs, and hey, everything's still right in front of you.
That's the plan. I mean, we control our destiny. That's where you want to be. But we got to continue to win games, right? And we got to figure out how to correct our mistakes in this game. Constructive criticism sometimes for athletes is tough to take, but we got to be strong-minded on those things. Our coaches never are demeaning. We're trying to help and correct so that when we get in these moments again, we can be great at them. Our expectations and goals are still high, And just like you said, we plan on getting where we want to be. I told everybody to keep their schedule clean till the middle of June, and that's our goal right now. So, we'll be ready to go here next week.
Hey, Coach. Kate Hampton with the Tuscaloosa News here.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of buzz about A.J. McCarron returning to the state this week, but could you just kind of take us through what it's like to? He seemed pretty locked in the whole week. Didn't really seem to care about all the hoopla and fanfare surrounding him. So, could you just kind of take us in what it's like to have a leader that's kind of that locked into a big game like this?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it his whole life. He played in front of 100,000+ fans. I mean, to deal with 10 or 12, most of them were cheering for him. That's good, So, but yeah, I know he wanted this one. I know he wanted to, bring this one home. And him and everybody else on offense, we got to play better. Okay, in the moment, we told the team this week, they're gonna have 60 or plus snaps. There's gonna be 5 plays in this game. We gotta find a way to make them. And we didn't make all 5 today. So. That's all sides and all phases. But again, I loved the game, the flow of it. You get nauseous on some things as a coach, but man, guys fight, they come back. I just love that part of it, being a former player, because I know it's hard, right, to be strong-minded when you're down, when you're up, and things bad happen, and you got to come back and do something good and just believe in. If you didn't believe that, I don't think anybody believed we were going to block a punt in that situation, but our guys did. They called in my headset where, money was getting tossed around over the headset about, hey, we get this, you're going to, get yourself. I had the smallest amount of any coach saying it because I knew we had the chance to do it. But I love that. I really do, man. Our coaches work hard. We got a good-ass staff, period, like big-time staff. I'm blessed to have them with me because they should be at other places right now. But this is where we all get tested as coaches, myself, making sure the messaging is clear for our players moving forward, all right, and how we bounce back from adversity. And I promise you I'm going to work my ass off to figure that out between now and we kick off next week, Sunday, against D.C.
Hey, Coach, James Larson for Football Newsroom. St. Louis heading into this game was the least penalized team of any team in the UFL. And 6 penalties today, a couple of them at non-ideal times. What was kind of your assessment of just that and maybe a little bit of lack of discipline in a couple of key plays in the game?
We take pride in being the least penalized team in the league. You could have called a lot of fouls today on both sides of the ball, and I get it. There is what it is. I tried to throw a challenge. That challenge flag's been sitting in my pocket for 4 weeks. I just tried to drum something up there. I thought maybe the ball got thrown over too far where the receiver couldn't make a play, and tried out that challenge. Nothing really came up elsewhere in the game. There was a couple times where I wanted to call maybe a hold on the edge when we lost contain, but it's, again, is it blatant? Is it visibly blatant where we can get that overturned? So, there's a lot of leeway on holds interior with the line on both sides, and I get that. It's the ones that are blatant and terrible that are across the board. But we don't want to be penalized. What were we, 6 penalties? I think the biggest thing is third down. That's 3 weeks in a row now. I think we were like less than 20% the last 2 weeks, and now 4 of 12. I just have, with the weapons and the players that we have, we got to be freaking better than that. I'm sorry. That's just the mentality we have to have. And on the flip side, our defense has been incredible. But, you have that extra element with the legs of the quarterback and, a couple of those quick throws that they broke tackles. I give them credit, man. They had to earn their yards, and they did. And, 7 for 11 on the defensive side is not where you want to be. Is not where you want to be at all. So we'll correct it. We'll get better. Got confidence in everybody. We have a good team. And, again, it was a great game for the fans to watch, great game for our league. I'm glad it ended the way it happened, the way it did. And, we got to be ready for our next game next week.
Anybody who hasn't asked a question yet? All right, I'll let Gabe wrap up. Yeah, Coach, you kind of touched on the special teams with the block punt a little bit, but you guys also put together some good kick returns.
Mm-hmm.
You had the muff punt recovery in the first half, and then to close out the half, that long field goal by Smith there. So could you just touch on the special teams impact a little more?
Yeah, and, and on the negative side, we kicked the ball out of bounds in an unforeseen time, and we don't want to do that. And that's the second time we've done that. We're better than that, and we can't do it. But we take a lot of pride in special teams, man. It loses games, okay? It loses games, and we got to be great at it. And I want difference makers on the field because a lot of these guys in this league, they're not going to the next league, playing receiver, playing lineman. It's special teams. That's where it's going to be. And they care, and I make them care about it, All right, I make it important every single time. I'm in that huddle, every single kickoff return, whatever we're doing, and I let them know it's the most important play of the game right now. And they do it, man. They freaking, we got Jerome Cap, man. The guy doesn't play any plays on offense, and this guy kills himself every snap on special teams. Every one of them is a difference maker. Tackles, fumbles. Last week, big-time tackle. I mean, Chris Garrett, we cut him, and then 3 weeks later we tell him to come out, and he's got a game ball every week he's played for us. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, how dumb am I cutting this guy? And this guy comes out as a difference maker every single week. I love guys proving people wrong. Chris continues to do it. And you got to care because there's a lot of ball when you turn on the film. It doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look pretty. And that's a good special teams team. They know how to return. All right, and those guys took it personal on our side, and they did a hell of a job. So we got to continue to be the leaders in that side. And it's a difference. It's clearly a game changer, okay? Their punter was slowly moving up. I'm kicking this thing right now, and he still couldn't get it done. So I just congratulate them guys and Kyle Caskey for what they've done, and they gave us a chance. And that's all you want in this thing, man, is get a chance.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Good? Thanks, guys. All right.